All right. Sustainability. We are going to take a look at another direct-to-consumer e-commerce brand and just kind of see how they've tackled sustainability. This is a brand called Everlane. It's a apparel brand, and this is their claims about sustainability and their claims about transparency are very unashamed. And so they're trying to cut global carbon emissions in half by 2030, reach net zero emissions by 2050. No new plastic in their products, packaging, polybags, offices, and stores. Zero waste to landfill. And they even give you this option on checkout to pay an additional 8 cents for CO2 offsets. What are CO2 offsets? I'm not going to get into the details and specifics, but essentially you are paying somebody to do something that you can't do to offset the CO2 that you are generating from your product. And there's a lot of brands that do this. They claim kind of carbon neutral, zero CO2, and that's because not that they don't generate any CO2, and it's that they buy offsets to counteract what they did. Anyways, said I wasn't getting too deep into that. So here we have Everlane, and really simplistic box, cool kind of white branding, and then they've got a bold orange branded tape with their kind of some principles. I don't know. Be warm, be bright, be merry. That seemed Christmas. I don't know. So anyways, let's dig in and see what we have here. All right. Interesting. I don't know. This makes sense. Okay. The first thing that I see is a box inside of a box, which I don't quite understand. But apparently, somebody bought a pair of shoes. Maybe I got some shoes. I need new shoes. All right. So, yeah, already I understand why they did this, but they're overboxing a box. And they're doing that for the purpose of returns. Because if they put shipping labels all over this box, and I don't like these shoes, and I send them back, they now either need to replace this box, or cut it out, or cover it up, or do something else. And it has that used feel. So there's a perception thing here that they're protecting. If you're gonna do that, to me, you are going to minimize this packaging versus really make it robust. This is probably a little more robust than I would expect. We did a video on corrugated flutes. This is a micro flute, super, super thin. So not a bad job. And then in here, by the way, that's a papered void fill, we call it in the biz. And then this is a paper, I think it's a coated paper, which kind of surprises me, but I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of. And then inside of that, we've got a pair of shoes. All right, so here is an opportunity to see, I think these are for me. Here's an opportunity to see kind of how they've tackled, some of these things. And it looks like they're using just kind of all paper folded inserts, a lot of tissue. I think there are some brands that are probably doing this a little bit better with less materials. It's really important for something like shoes to keep that structure. And yeah. And then these are made with re-leather. Do I know what re-leather is? No. I'm assuming it's some type of a sustainable textile. But Yeah, pretty simplistic packaging. Let's just take a look at this real quick because there's one other thing to note here. They have, I bypassed this because I got so excited about the shoes. They have done some of the same things with this internal box, right? A simple white on craft print. But what they've done here on the top is they've taken this biggest billboard to message sustainability. This box is made from 90% post-consumer recycled material. The other 10% is new material and helps strengthen the box to better protect your shoes in transit. All ink is soy-based and biodegradable. Please recycle this packaging when you're done with it. Everlane, good job. That is probably the most descriptive explanation I've seen around what does recycled material mean, what's the rest of it if not all of it's recycled. They're giving numbers, they're saying why they went with some virgin material versus 100% post-consumer recycled material. But great job on the messaging, and yeah, overall pretty simplistic packaging. But I get excited about, we want to check out brands that really claim to do some big things with sustainability. So if you know of some, stick them in the comments below. We'll check them out, and maybe I'll buy myself some new shoes. Thanks for watching Unpacked. Goodbye.